A soggy and misty evening at Daytona ends with another Zane Smith victory. How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric. Welcome to Out of the Groove. I'm recording this episode from my hotel room during the wee hours of Saturday. The Xfinity and ARCA Menard Series races will be going on later this afternoon after I hopefully catch a few hours of sleep. Also, I just noticed my tongue is blue. I brought one of those toxic waste slime liquor things with me to Daytona, and yeah, it had an effect. Hopefully the sugar rush will keep me awake long enough to do a rare Craftsman Truck Series race recap. Let's get the weather discussion out of the way first. As soon as NASCAR declared tonight's race official, roughly 20 laps short of the scheduled distance, fans on Twitter voiced their displeasure. Oh, NASCAR didn't even try to wait out the weather. This sucks. This is an embarrassing moment. I have been very hard on NASCAR officiating the past couple of years because, quite frankly, they have made some poor judgment calls. I think they called tonight's race perfectly. Look, I was there in the grandstands for the first half, and then I went down onto pit road for the second half, and for a good two and a half hour stretch, there was this light mist that just constantly lingered. It went away for a bit and they were able to dry the track for that hour and a half, but as soon as drivers were called back to their trucks, engines were refired, the mist returned, heavier than before. So NASCAR tried to dry the track. They completely dried the track once, but as soon as the rain came and the track was lost a second time, it was after 11 p.m. here on the East Coast. It was going to take probably another hour to dry. They called it. I do not blame them whatsoever because the mist that was constantly hitting the track wasn't even showing up on radar. It was extremely unpredictable. It was peak Florida weather. So you couldn't trust the radar. The earliest they could have restarted was probably midnight on the East Coast. I think NASCAR was justified in their decision to call the race early. I also think NASCAR handled the brief pop-up mist showers well early in the race. Yes, it was frustrating. This race teased us constantly. Lap 2, oh, caution for light mist. Lap 6, oh, another caution, never mind, just wave off the restart. Another little light mist popped up. Took forever for this race to get going, and I understand that was frustrating. Up in the stands, very frustrating, because I wasn't feeling hardly any drops those first couple of yellows. But after what happened last summer in the Cup race, where a sudden pop-up shower wrecked the entire field, NASCAR knew they had to play it safe tonight, and they did. I can't fault them for that, as frustrating as it was. They do not control the weather. So no, this was not embarrassing for NASCAR. Yeah, it sucks that you only ran, I think, 79 laps tonight, and 38, less than half, were green flag laps. Yes, that sucks, but those 38 green flag laps were wildly entertaining. You cannot control the weather. You'd think NASCAR fans would be used to this kind of thing by now, but apparently not. I was shocked by the amount of outrage I saw on social media tonight after NASCAR called the race. But enough about that. The weather looks great, knock on wood, for the rest of the weekend, so hopefully no more issues. Zane Smith gets the win as a result. Second year in a row, he wins the series opener for the Truck Series. Zane Smith has been on an absolute roll. I think everyone would agree he is one of the top draft prospects, if you will. Easily one of the top up-and-coming drivers in the lower series. I mean, Front Row kicked their current Cup Series driver out of the car for a few races just to get Zane some seat time. That should tell you something, but Zane Smith has been on fire the last couple of months. Obviously last year he won 4 races, won the championship in November at Phoenix. A few weeks ago on the Daytona road course, he and Harrison Burton won the Michelin Pilot Challenge. Thursday night in his dual race, he was mistake-free, qualified for the Daytona 500. Now he wins another truck race. Dude is on a roll and is continuing to prove why he is a top prospect, why Front Row, why Ford, why they're so high on him. I know it was a rain-shortened race, but a win is a win. Didn't entirely come without controversy. I will talk about this. There was a wreck just past the halfway point. Well, I don't know what the halfway point of this race was since it was cut short. But there was a wreck in this race where Raja Karuth, who is now full-time in trucks driving for GMS, tried to go 3 wide middle. Zane Smith came down. Raja checked up, got squarely wrecked. Raja took most of the blame for the incident. Certainly, I think at that point there was still 44 laps to go in the scheduled distance. I don't know how much that actually translates to. I guess there was only like 15 or 20 laps to go. But still, it was early to be pushing the envelope the way he was. Sure, Zane Smith left a small opening, but I don't think you'd see many veteran drivers taking the chance Raja Caruth did. So just a young driver, maybe being a little too aggressive, not choosing his moves carefully. That was a big moment in this race. There was another big wreck earlier in the race when Clay Greenfield in the 84 got sideways in the tri-oval, middle of 3 wide. Several trucks were destroyed, including Haley Deegan, not getting off to a great start with her new team, Thorsport. Haley Deegan finished 4th in stage 1, collected some valuable stage points, drafted really well in the outside lane, but just wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately. Like, I hate to just chalk things up to bad luck, but that's kind of how this one felt. If we look at the top finishers, Christian Eckes, who finished 3rd, won the first stage, and Tyler Ankrum, who finished 7th, won stage 2. Chase Elliott making a one-off truck start, his first ever truck start on a super speedway, as a matter of fact, finishes a respectable 10th. You don't see Corey LaJoie up here. He peeled off to pit before the rain seriously came. I don't remember where he was running before then. I think it was up near the top 5. He had mistakenly stayed out the previous caution because the crew just never radioed to him that he needed to pit somewhere. I feel bad because LaJoie, yeah, he's a cup driver in a lower series race. He's a leech, some would say, but you certainly knew he came into this race expecting to contend for the win. I pegged him as a legit threat to win this race, and I think he would have been if the team didn't screw up the strategy and if the rain hadn't come. You know, he still had 20 laps to work his way through the field. I think he had a chance. My pick coming in was Grant Enfinger. He ends up 5th. In 2nd, Tanner Gray, who was in the middle of some mayhem multiple times tonight, but he survives to get a solid finish for the newly branded Tricon Garage, the new Toyota truck team. Travis Pastrana kind of just rode all night long. I heard him say before the race that was going to be his strategy. He's not racing for stage points, so he was going to kind of ride until the final 10, 15, 20 laps. In stage 2, he did get up in the mix. He was up 6th, 7th place. He was in that outside lane for a bit, racing with the leaders, maybe getting some important experience before Sunday's Daytona 500. We'll see. Carson Hocevar, I want to mention him, who finished 12th. He had some interesting comments as well earlier in the day that I saw. He said that thanks in large part to the sponsorship support they've gotten this year, Nice Motorsports has tripled the budget. This is Hocevar's words. They have tripled the budget this year that they had last year. Hocevar said he expects to win races this year, and if he doesn't win multiple races, either he or his crew chief are getting fired, or both. So Carson Hocevar clearly coming into the season with very, very high expectations. He finishes 12th, fine for a super speedway race. His teammate though, Lawless Allen in the 45, missed the show. 44 trucks attempted to qualify, only 38 made it in. Lawless Allen in a Nice Motorsports truck missed the race, and I saw some reports that he was trying to work with other teams to still race in this event. Nothing materialized. That's a huge blow to Nice Motorsports. For a Nice truck, they're one of the top teams in the truck series. I know last year it was like Hocevar would run top 10, but the rest of the trucks would run 20th, but still, you should make the show if you're in a Nice truck. There was some controversy that he got in some speedy dry during his qualifying lap, and that's what slowed the 45 down. That's probably true, but still, bad break or not, missing the show in a Nice Motorsports truck, not a great start to the season, but Hocevar, at least respectable finish. One other big wreck was when Stuart Friesen attempted to block the outside lane. It was just late and wrecked. Textbook bad late block. We see it at Daytona from time to time. I would not expect it from a veteran driver like Stuart Friesen. Typically you'd see a younger driver in a little over their skis make a move like that. So that was a little frustrating, but that did happen. Not too much else, really not much else to dig into. I thought this tweet from Christian Eckes after the race with winner Zane Smith was funny. Y'all heard his Mickey Mouse comments on TV. He's carrying that over to Twitter. Kind of funny. Christian Eckes said in the media center afterwards that one day he'll write a book called 1,000 Ways to Lose a Super Speedway Race. He was competitive tonight, very competitive in that 19 truck, but The rain came at a bad time, never really got a shot to contend with Zane or the other leaders for the win. But there you go, little Truck Series recap on Out of the Groove. I don't do that too often. It's Daytona, special week, special occasion, but looking forward to seeing some more Craftsman Truck Series action this season. What do you guys think of the big red windshield banners? Looking back, some of the old Camping World banners were pretty big as well, but something about the bright red Craftsman logo, it was impossible to ignore. Cool to see the Craftsman branding back. Yeah, impossible to miss. Let me know what you thought of tonight's race down in the comment section below. I saw a report that this was the largest Truck Series Daytona crowd in 11 years. 12 years, since 2011. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but from where I was sitting, it did look like a big crowd before the rain began to fall. So that's pretty great. If you're new to the channel and you love all things NASCAR, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And thank you as always to my Patreon supporters. Xfinity and ARCA on deck tomorrow, and then the big one. No, not like the crash, the big race. Daytona 500, Sunday afternoon on Fox. Lots of action still to come from here in Daytona Beach. I will see you all in the next upload. Thanks for watching.